Baron Northcrest strode down the hallway of his keep. He looked around apprehensively, then walked up to the entrance of the torture chamber, where the captain of the city watch was waiting for him. "Captain Monroe," he greeted with a worried tone.
"Baron Northcrest, the scene is just this way."
The Baron nodded and made his way into the dimly lit room. His footsteps echoed off the stone floor and metal walls. He didn't have to venture far into the room to catch a glimpse of the crime scene. If the Baron was at all disgusted or shocked by the grotesque imagery before him, he hid it well. The room reeked of blood. On the left side of the room was a wooden chair, with various brown leather straps and iron shackles attached for holding down torture victims. The Baron noticed that all appeared to be sliced clean through. Even the heavy metal cuffs bore near-perfect slices, their edges charred.
"What trickery is this?"
the elderly man murmured. He glanced around and noticed two long splintered wooden tables. These held various sharp tools, poisons, and other implements of torture. At the center of the room was where most of the blood was. Several scraps of black leather lay strewn round a lifeless form. The body was sprawled out in a grisly heap of exposed entrails and bone. The thief-taker general. His dark brown irises were contracted almost completely, his face permanently bearing its last look of contorted, unimaginable suffering.
"By the gods, what has happened?"
Ellis Northcrest asked somberly, bringing his wrist up across his face, hoping to blot out the stench of exposed organ. His only reply was silence, the general's lifeless eyes staring into infinity. He stepped back, taking another look around. That's when he noticed the drops of sick, green blood leading out of the room.
"What is that? Did someone escape?"
he asked, still mortified as one of the guards approached his side.
"More along the lines of fled, my lord. And we have a pretty good idea as to who it was."
Baron Northcrest looked back at the slaughtered general and felt his insides churn. What monster could possibly be capable of such a diabolical act? The captain of the watch was the one to answer his quandary, bringing forth a long dark grey quiver.
"So far, we've recovered two vital bits of evidence that point to a prime suspect. Those shards of black leather indicate a struggle, and this..."
The captain disdainfully patted the quiver, loosening one of the arrows as he did so.
"Belongs to one of our city's most wanted criminals. If you ask me, it seems a bit too coincidental, especially when you consider who it was that he murdered."
The Baron turned to the general one last time, before closing his tired eyes in deep thought.
"What is this lead suspect's name?"
he asked, rubbing his temples.
"Garrett."